Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Welcome to the channel. Yes, it's bright and breezy. Well, here anyway in the UK. Easter Monday. I said I wasn't going to do a live show, and I thought, hey, well, you know what? My wife has gone to work. Yeah, she's gone to work. For make the most of my time like I usually do anyway. But I haven't done so over the last couple of days because it's been the Easter holidays. Yeah, I tell you what, man. After the defeat, I thought I'm going to get a little peek at Twitter. Twitter went into meltdown. I saw a lot of the podcasters. Not, I don't kind of try and look at too many. Went into meltdown, and I was just laughing all along. I was just laughing. I was like, yeah, yeah. The weekend was fantastic for me because so I spent the time with my family, my mum, my wife, my sister, and my daughter. A lot more important things in life than just a footy game. But yes, for some people, it's the be all and end all. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on this one. We've got some live news, of course, because we're coming live, and we've got. It's funny the news I'm going to be talking about is somewhat interlinked. Interlinked. Is there such a word as interlinked? Entwined. They're connected. You know what I mean. Anyway, shall see you on the other side of this music intro. Yes, yes. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I hope you guys enjoyed your Easter holidays, whether you're like a religious type like me or not, and you got lots of Easter eggs. I remember the days when my mummy, and my daddy used to buy us Easter eggs, and those days are long since gone. Should have been me buying Easter eggs for my children, my family. Anyway, it shows how things have changed very, very quickly. Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on Cannon Fodder TV. And apart from that, be part of the big community. Yeah, we're building a community over here. A community over here. We've almost got 11,000 subscribers and counting. Thank you so very much for that. I can't, give enough thanks. If I did a 24-hour, can you imagine me doing a 24-hour show? 24-hour show, and I was, yeah, good morning. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Anyway, let's get into the first bits and pieces. Ah, dear. Listen, club legend Martin Keown says that he's baffled by Mikel Arteta's faith in this player. Well, no, that you know who I'm talking about. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Keown says that he's baffled by Mikel Arteta's faith in this player. He claims in the Daily Mail column, continued faith. We know Arsenal suffered a heavy defeat at the hands of a young Klopp's side. As they capitalised in the second half, Diogo Jota came off the bench to score an excellent brace for Liverpool, while Mo Salah continued his brilliant scoring form with his 26th of the season. Meanwhile, yes, Arsenal legend Keown watched stated in his column after the match he cannot understand why Arteta continues to select Captain Aubameyang when Gabriel Martinelli is fit and available to start the North London side. It's an enigma to me as well. A real enigma. I don't know what it is about Arteta. I don't know what it is. It's just like he's just Scare Electrics. I got my own Scare Electric set all those years ago, and the car has to stay on a track. Depending on the track is like got bends or chicane, the car has to follow that or it'll crash. I just get the feeling like Arteta is stuck in the track with Aubameyang. Just make a definitive decision. Well, he has done that because he's continued to play Aubameyang, but I think it's time to put a few players' noses out of joint because clearly they're not responding. And if you needed any motivation, if you're lacking motivation, then you don't need to be at the club. If your attitude is not right, you should not be at this club. This should have been the motivation for the players. And maybe that is the problem. They just don't understand the culture or the history of the club. This is the best performance you could have put out, knowing fully well it was David Rocky Road Castle's 20th anniversary of him passing. And this is the best performance you could have rolled out. Now I know a lot of the fan base is saying, Arteta is very lucky not to have the fans, the supporters back at the stadium, because they would have sent a clear message. I mean, you can choose to block your social media account, you can refuse to have it withdrawn or deleted or eliminated, but at the stadium it takes a strong mind, a strong faith of person to block out the boos and all the kind of negativity that comes with a manager who's in the mire with the team. He's very, very lucky. I mean, we know that the hot seat at Arsenal is very, very hot. It's like a hot potato. Oh, Mark, you have it. Oh, yeah, it's hot. It's hot. No, it's warm. For me, it's cold. But for some people who are inexperienced in managing big clubs, let alone Arsenal, he's escaped the wrath of the fans not being in the stadium. So I don't like to see managers get sacked. That's just the way that I've always been. Whether it's been Terry Neal, Bruce Rioch, Arsene Wenger, George Graham, the list goes on. Unai Emery. I don't like to see managers get sacked, because when players don't perform, who gets it in the neck? Who gets sacked? Who gets fired? Who gets shown a door? Who gets shown the P45? It is the manager, not the players. Now, I said that the new segments are kind of intertwined, interconnected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show Mikel Arteta's face. I hope guys can hear me clearly. I'm going to put Mikel Arteta's face here, because I didn't even have time to do the thumbnail for the next up and coming news. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'll put Aubameyang's face back up. But there you go. There you go. All right. So the next segment I want to talk about is still along the lines of Martin Keown. And it's funny because last night I was thinking the same thing. The same thing, Mr. Keown. I was thinking that you've spoken about. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta risks losing dressing room over Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now again, just writing in his column in the Daily Mail, he said that literally he's urging Arteta to drop Aubameyang, saying that the Spanish risks losing the dressing room if he keeps playing the Gabon international. But I saw it from the other point of view, that if he drops Aubameyang, surely all Aubameyang's mates are going to be upset. I didn't look at that from that perspective, because he is saying that if he continues to play Auba and Auba is not responding, he's not performing, he's off form, then it's going to get the players backups, because they want to give 110%. Auba is giving 30%. So again, I didn't look at it from that perspective. I thought, listen, you want to keep the group happy, but you want to manage them with an iron rod. The power must come from the manager's office, nowhere else, not from the players. And so it means that he has to do like a George Graham-esque action there. And it's going to have to upset some players. And then so be it. So be it. You can't have players thinking they have a divine right to start. I've spoken to you once, Auba, about turning up late. We got in a little altercation. I dropped you. And if he's still not responding, which clearly he isn't, you've got to drop him, Mikel Arteta. You've got to drop him. For me, Pep / Klopp has to be the benchmark for us. What would they have done if Auba had done that to them, I think you kind of know what would have happened. He would have got dropped. He would have got dropped. So yeah, Martin Keown is talking about it from that perspective. If he continues to play Aubameyang, then the other players they're gonna down tools. I was thinking, no, I'm thinking that if he drops Aubameyang, because clearly he's like a larger than life, colourful character with the team, that is how the players are going to drop tools. But I didn't realise he was talking from that perspective there. But listen, whether it's how he thinks it should be played out, or whether I think it should be played out in my way, something has to be done. It has to be done. Just thinking about the scared electric car just stuck in the tracks. I was thinking, Arteta, pick yourself out of the track and drop Aubameyang. You've got to. Some people were saying, but all the action was coming down on the right hand side. Arteta, then tactically you should have changed something up. There was clearly no plan B. Captain, your captain, talisman, Aubameyang, you switch it up. You tell Pepe, come over here. I'm not getting any joy, and I'll go over there just to see what happens. Be proactive rather than being reactive. And what happens? We lost 3-0. Dismal performance. The guys didn't turn up. And I don't actually blame Odegaard. I know Des McLeod's in the live chat. I don't blame Odegaard because he just, where was the supply line? Him, Lacazette, I'll say maybe Chambers to a certain extent. They were the only players that should trying their best. Everybody else, and again, the significance. 20 years of the passing of David Rocastle, and this is the best they can eke out. Again, if your attitude and mentality is not right, if you need motivation, you shouldn't be at Arsenal. You should not be at Arsenal. So the summer transfer window, it's gonna be very, very interesting. I mean, most transfer windows are going to be our interest, very, very interesting aspects being played out in our eyes. But I think this one's going to be very, very interesting to see who eventually leaves the club and who ends up staying. People have said, you know what, Arteta knows, he's making notes of the players that he knows need to leave. Let's see really if that has always been up here for him. He's been making notes. Yeah, he did this, he didn't respond to my instructions. Let's see how this one gets played out. Next season will be a watershed moment for Arsenal. It will be. No Europa League action. There's not going to be the money in the coffers. Players will want to be. I think, unless it's like a retirement home for a lot of the players. But next season, I'm thinking Arteta. Oh, okay. What now? What can you bring now? What can you bring now to Arsenal? Who are you going to have at Arsenal? What can you do? What's in your black bag? Black book. Arteta. Remember I said they're intertwined? They're intertwined for this reason again, because Balogun scored 2 goals on Sunday. 2 goals. And so, Balogun, my days, man. Scoring 2 goals. Is he trying to make a statement of intent? What I mean, if he is going to be leaving, he's going out in style because the 19-year-old marksman coming to the end of his contract because there's no sign of him signing a contract. Although Arteta has said that repeatedly claims that he's confident of Balogun staying, the player himself seems to have other ideas at this moment in time. Arsenal will be losing a big talent for nothing in a couple of months. But Balogun is regularly giving Arteta and the club's hierarchy something to think about with some stunning form. 23 levels. He has again hit 2 goals against Brentford B-side. And again, if you're going to ask me, well, Alex, what's the problem at Arsenal? There are so many problems at Arsenal. So many problems. And I haven't got like a year or two to explain to you. I haven't got a year or two, or much less, like 24 hours. or much less 2 hours to explain to you. And the last bit of news. So what I'm going to do, I'll put up his face. Yeah, my goodness. Some news actually from the players who have been loaned out and how they've gotten on to the clubs that they're playing for. Willock scores against against Tottenham. It came off the bench to score in the 85th minute. Equaliser for Newcastle against Tottenham on Sunday. Jotun had given the Magpies an early lead, but Harry Kane's brace turned the game on its head. Spurs looked to be heading for the win, but after being introduced on the 79th minute, Willock reacted quickly to fire into the roof of the net to secure a vital point for Newcastle. Yeah. Do you guys want Willock back? Would you like to see him back? Personally, I wouldn't want to see him back because he seems to be a lot more happier in himself. He's scoring goals, I say regularly, but to me he seems a lot more happier there. So would you like to see Joe Willock back at Arsenal? Going on, Ainsley Niles played the full 90 minutes for West Brom. 5-2 win over Chelsea. Christian Pulisic had got the Blues off to a perfect start. Thiago Silva's red card inside an hour allowed West Brom back. First, Mateus Pereira scored, struck twice at the end of the first half before Callum Robinson netted a brace, and by Digney got on the act. So I'm happy for him, man. Really, really happy for him. In France, yes, across the English Channel, William Saliba played the entirety of a Nice's 2-1 win at Nantes in League One, and Touré struck on the half mark. But Kasper Dolberg's quick-fire double proved enough for Adrien Uresier's side to claim victory on the road. Kolasinac, the forgotten man, played 90 minutes in midfield. Yeah, I said in midfield. That's right. Schalke slipped to 2-1 defeat at the hands of Bayern Leverkusen. And yes. Anything more? Oh, yeah. Mavropanos. Yeah, there was better news for Mavropanos, though, who helped Stuttgart keep a clean sheet in the 1-0 win over Werder Bremen. And so that is the news in regards to the players who are out on loan from Arsenal. That's the news, man. That's the news of today. Anyway, let's go to a live chat and see who has joined me for this one. Who's joined me for this one, people? And so, got to try and keep things upbeat. You know, the news is the news, and it's how you interpret the news. I'm thinking, well, yeah, you pays your money, you takes your pick. Yeah, I'm not gonna, be losing it here. Lost someone here anyway. I'm not gonna lose my mind up in here. Oh my goodness, Arsenal in dire, situation. Oh my goodness, all by me. No, there are more important things in life than just a footy game. I don't play football. I'm over the hill and far away with these knees and a few more pounds. But I'm not a paid footballer. Yeah, the only invested interest I have is just to watch and talk about Arsenal and just have a good fun and chit chat with my mates on Cannon 4 TV. And that is it. There are more important things in life than getting upset and going off the rails about Arsenal. I'm just thinking about Ski Electrics. The car's stuck in the track. It can't get out. But it's not supposed to get out. if you drive the car quite well on a Ski Electrics set, it shouldn't leave the track. Mikel Arteta. Anyway. Kennedy! And I have seen Kennedy's got maybe more than 10 live comments already before I even went live. Kennedy. Anyway, there is no need to spearing Arteta. He should be sacked and leave the club. How can a coach play a whole season without a first 11 team? Well, I think he has played on a few occasions with his first 11. Then why is he undermining or underrating Martinelli and Reece Nelson? We cannot see them playing. Arteta has alternatives. He doesn't always have to play Lacazette. Doesn't always have to play Aubameyang. Maybe he's not of strong-minded and strong-willed. Takes a strong character to say, you know what, I'm going to drop you because you're not performing, you're still sulking, you don't want to play. We'll say you in the next transfer window. Yeah, you delayed signing the Ting, but I'm going to sign the Ting to get you out. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. Hey, took me like 20 minutes, 20, just to say I'm fired up. He should start dropping over. He is not on form. Exactly. Not on form. Not on form. And at least Lacazette has improved and can fight. People are quite cynical that players play for contracts. I don't think it's as easy as that. You could just turn it on and score goals. No, I think he's just, grasped the opportunity. And he's scoring the goals. And like I said, Lacazette, Chambers, let's say probably not Auber. Who's the other player? Erdegaard just couldn't get in the game. The game was just passing him by. So 2-3 players maybe, but Lacazette gives you that. Would I give him a contract extension? I probably would, but only a 1-year contract extension. And if he's saying to me, actually, Alex, I want more, I'll say, Lacazette, this is all that we're offering you. Do we have an agreement? And he might say, actually, Alex, no. I'll say, Lacazette, thank you for your services. Bye-bye. You don't want the club to be held ransom by any player. They don't want to stay here. We know we're offering them this amount. They don't want it, then you're going to have to leave. Don't be held ransom by any player. Arteta should be sacked now. But you know my thing I just said to you. He seems to me not to have found a rhythm, and it appears it's never going to happen to him. Ismail, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Arteta? Who are you talking about? He exhibits the signs of a mediocre coach who's learning on the job. He's learning on the job, and that's the problem. Probably the third biggest club in the country. Arsenal took the cheapest option. It's like the cat caught in the car lights. Thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. Where should I go? Oh, good. Come on. Arteta, I do feel for you. But remember the beginning of the season? You're making a cake. You're making a cake with the same ingredients, the same players. And people tasting the cake. The cake was disgusting. And then you're making another cake with the same players, hoping for there to be a different taste. It can't happen. You've got to change the ingredients. Arteta, you've got to change the personnel. And it's not like you don't have options. You have options. In the league, we're not going to make top 4. We're not going to make it. So transition some of the youngsters. If your so-called senior players are not responding to your instructions, drop them and put in the youngsters. Put the youngsters in. That's all you've got to do. I'll make it sound so easy, don't I? No clear-cut formation. Yeah, I've got to say that as well. With Arteta, I just saw the Olympiacos look. It looked like he hadn't slept for like weeks. He looked kind of tired. And I was thinking, Arteta, you don't have a plan B, do you? Didn't have a plan B. Did not have a plan B. Stick with not too effective patterns, egocentric or clueless. Probably a little bit of both. We can argue, complain, debate, discuss about the owner, but that's not going to change anytime soon. The players and the coach have to take responsibility. Arteta has said, well, it's my fault. That's fine. But you never mentioned anything about the players. You've got to call out the players. The players' performance on the 20th anniversary, the passing of David Brocastle. And this is how they pay the club with this performance? Come on, man. Come on. Always contented with narrow victories. You're dominating live chat as well. Delighted with marginal losses are usually assets. The margin was narrow. Too narrow. Goes very quick. Inconsistent performances. often in rows with players. Got to change the personnel. Can't effectively groom talented players. Excellent players become average. Average become poor. We've got too many average players. Too many average players, and we're thinking we're not sure whether he's going to make it or not. Let's give him another season. Then the next season comes, and we're still not sure. Got to sell the player. You have to sell the player. Ever disillusioned about a lack of creative players in the squad? Well, we've got Erdegaard. Attention, craven, and talkative. Patrick Kenny, good morning. Happy Easter Monday to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope your family's fine. Say hello, everyone. Say hello to everyone in your family from Mr. Fodder. I hope you're well. I really wanted Arteta to succeed from day one, but tactics and team selections at times have been puzzling. The fact that we are 10th in the Premier League, not good enough. Hurry up, pal, to the Gooners. Sign him up. Just talking to the wall. Sign him up. I'm fired up, man. Anyway, drop half of the team over 28. You're dropped, and you're dropped, and you're dropped, and by the way, you're dropped as well. Got to do something. Have to do something. Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you, Arsenal Alex. Good morning. I hope you are well. I saw your video, Alex. You know, as I give you respect because when I used to watch, back in the day, some of the podcasters ranting, using expletives and foul language, like shouting and raving. I said, at least Alex, control, man. No shouting, which shows as we can be angry, but it doesn't mean you have to shout. We can be angry, but it doesn't mean they have to use foul language. And guys, go over and watch Alex's post-game reaction to Arsenal losing against Liverpool. I thought, well, yeah, Alex is a good guy, man. I'm not saying because I'm going to be on his show tomorrow. I'm not saying it because he's also named Alex. But yeah, go over, guys, and have a look at his channel, man. Really good stuff. Just a quick drop by. See you tomorrow. Yep. 1 p.m. I'll be on his channel. I think it's going to be going live. I think. If all plays on Thursday, then we have a serious problem with the manager. Listen, David Keith, good morning. You don't need to see a monocle or the crystal ball. He's going to play on Thursday. He will play on Thursday. I'm just preparing you for that. Mustafi is doing well. Got dropped. Oh dear. I was also an advocate of Arteta. Good morning, Ashton. Hope you're well. I think the issue is with the board, but we have been 10th since January 2020. If I criticize Arteta, they say I'm reactionary. 16 months isn't reactionary. Yeah. I know, Ashton. But yeah, I'm not Arteta out, man. If he falls on his sword, then so be it. But I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon and say, Arteta out. No. But he's got to change something. He's got to change. He's got, making the cake with the same ingredients. The taste is disgusting. Change the ingredients. Change the players. Change the personnel. If they're not responding, if they can't do what you ask them to do, because it's not the first time, is it? Against West Ham, I think it was West Ham when Lacazette said actually the players didn't follow his instructions. If they're not following the instructions, Arteta, you've got to bench them. Better still, come this summer transfer window, sell them. If they don't know the way to go, where's the exit door? Point. Exit. GETOUT. Get out. Oh, dearie me, man. Do you seek... Oh, welcome, Guns and Yellow Ribbons. Do you seek Auba and or Lacazette in the summer? What do you mean do I seek? What do you mean? Would I like to keep? I'm not sure what you mean. Do I seek? Personally, a lot of people might find it controversial, but for me, it's not controversial. Players come and go. I would sell Aubameyang. You're in your job. You don't perform. You're sitting back. You're sulking. You're not coming up with the results. What happens? What happens? You'll probably lose your job. You lose your job. If you're not meeting these parameters, you lose your job. So just because Auba, is not, but he's signed a thing. He's been spoken to on a few occasions, as my memory serves me well. He's sulking. He's not playing. He's not responding. And we can see the optics. It's clear that he's not responding. What's the next best thing you can do? You can talk to him and then drop him. Good morning. Arsenal fans with Arteta and should be Arsenal to sack Arteta because he doesn't know how to coach Arsenal team really. Goodness. Guns Bansal says Arteta out, please. We have never lost 12 games out of 30. I've got to go back into history. I know I'm going to be talking with Alex on his channel about so much my limited knowledge and my history of how I supported Arsenal. But yeah, I need to kind of see what the history has told us. Aubameyang won the Golden Boot in a poor Arsenal team. He isn't a bad player. He has down tools. Yeah, he has down tools. He's down tools. If we don't progress in Europe League, do heads have to roll? Again, Guns and Yellow Rivers. I'm not gonna get on the bandwagon of whether. I think maybe you're talking about Arteta. The players have to go. They have to go. I'm thinking, what motivation? What more do you need? The significance. David Rocastle passed 20 years ago, and that is the best that you can give. So what is it? Is it like player pound? Are they down in tools now? Do they want Arteta out? But ideally, I'd want players now to be shown the door. Up and down all the time. What is the problem? 8 to go. They master work head. God bless the team. God bless the team. Oh, they need a lot more than that. They need a lot more than that. Jesse, good morning. This is why I said in the previous program that this is misery. That is misery. This is the misery. Dear. Seek sell. Kroenke needs to release funds, at least more than £300 million to sell Xhaka, Willian, Aubameyang. Look at Tottenham, our rivals. We need a left back, one more right back, a centre back, and Owa Diawara. Andrew, welcome to the live show here on Cannon 40 TV. There's a lot of money. I don't know if the sugar daddy, Stan Kroenke, will give us £300 million. He's probably thinking it's self-sustained. Whatever assets you've got, the players, and maybe you've got a table or a chair or a football boot to sell, then you can buy the players. But asking your sugar daddy for £300 million, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Again, for me, it has to be, I want to see the players leave Arsenal before I see any incomings. And again, I'm not going to go through the list of players, the usual suspects that I've seen, game in, game out, season in, season out. It's time. It's time. If it looks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, it's a duck. The players have shown us what kind of mentality they have. What mindset they have. And yet Arteta and a club still don't believe them. What is it going to take? What is it going to take? Oh, sell, Cole, sell. I'll sell Auba and give Lacazette a 1-year extension. If he doesn't like it, then he can also leave. David Keith goes on to say, I truly believe that Arteta needs an experienced assistant manager. So do I. So do I. As he needs to listen to other points of views, and he doesn't seem capable of making effective changes in a match. That is one thing. Prospecting or given the option to have an experienced number two. Is Arteta the kind of person who will be willing to listen? Is his mind like an umbrella? An umbrella can only work when it's open. Is he open-minded enough to be open to have an option there? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. It just seems to be like, yeah, the car's stuck on the scale electric track, can't move. It's either my way or we go down. As Bruce Ariel was sacked for losing 9 games. Yeah. I'm just saying, I know he had a turbulent relationship or situation with him and Ian Wright, but I'm just thinking that whoever it is, you're not coming here to manage the third biggest club in the country to just, be best friends with the players and thinking, oh, come on, guys, I'm asking you, please just turn up. That's not about managing. Managing is about making difficult decisions. Using your interpersonal skills. The definition of leadership, as I understand it, is getting somebody or some people to do something they would not have done if you hadn't been there. You understand what I mean? So if you're not there, they're not going to do it. But when you're there, they will do it. That is the definition of a manager. Man, edge. Is that little part there, the words? I can't remember what we call it that. But manage. You have to organize the people to the best of your ability and be flexible. You've got to be flexible. And he's not flexible. And whether he dies on his own sword, then so be it. But I'm not going to jump on this bandwagon. I put in the thumbnail the problem with Arteta. I haven't put Arteta needs to be sacked or fired. There are many problems, there are many assets to Mikel Arteta. I don't like all of the characteristics there, but he will learn the lesson. He will. This is why I said in the previous. Oh, you come back again. Of all these miseries that our club is going through, it's because of the management and the owner who employed the services of Arteta. He is not good. I didn't employ Arteta. They say, "Hey, come over here. Show me your P45 and your CV from your previous." Like, it was the club. It was the board, isn't it? It was a cheaper option. And boy, are we paying for it now. But he needs to be open to the idea about having an experienced number two. Someone who would tell him, Arteta, what are you doing? We need to be doing this. This player needs to be dropped. And he can actually say to himself, yeah, you're right, actually. I've been thinking that, but I've probably been a little bit scared, or I've just been thinking about it, not actually acting on my instincts. He needs someone alongside a strong character to say, right, Arteta, this is what's been going on. You can see it, but we need to make this decision. It might upset some players, but so be it. If they're going to be upset and they're going to be sulking, then they don't need to be at Arsenal. They shouldn't be at Arsenal. Let's sell them on. I make it sound so easy, don't I? God, damn me, Alex. I'm fired up today, man. Fired up. Not ranting, but I'm fired up. Anyway, what's Tenu? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Cannon Fodder. Big problem in this time, Arteta, the football philosophy players not understanding, like William, Orba, Party, and many players, so need experienced coach in this club. Okay, so you're basically saying that we need an experienced coach. Pep would have got rid of almost maybe 70% of the players at Arsenal. I'm absolutely sure of it. He wouldn't have tolerated this. I mean, look at Sergio Aguero, still one of the top strikers in the country, and he's not getting a contract extension. The turnover at Arsenal, Like, you're not staying. You're not staying. You might stay. You know, prove it to me. You're staying. You're not staying. You're not staying. You're not staying. You're not staying. But there's only one Pep Guardiola. But you can have a mindset or an attitude like Guardiola. Football is so unforgiving. I'm just talking about players, you know, who have to retire because of the sustain an injury or for family reasons they've had to change careers. I mean, that is what happens in life. Life happens. But you have to take control of the situ. The situation is crying out for someone to grab hold of it by the scruff of its neck and be more definitive. What's the saying? You can't please everyone all the time. That can't happen. It doesn't happen. But what you can do is control the situation. Yet you are the manager. Manage the situation. Manage the people, the players. Get the best out of them. If they're not responding, then you know in your mind they shouldn't be here. Arsenal are quickly becoming a club consigned to history. Consigned to history. Is that my club? Is that my club? I never thought Arsenal would come to this point. But sorry guys, but it has to get a lot worse before it can get better. Next season, no Europa League. The players are probably thinking, oh, what am I doing here? You know, I'm just trying to fight, you know, for the fight. A lot of the players here, oh my goodness, they don't want to fight for Arsenal. Do I want to stay here? Does Erdegaard want to stay at Arsenal after the showing against Liverpool? Thank you, Guns and Yellow Ribbons. Remember who you are, what you are, and who you represent. And I guess maybe that is the problem. They know who they are. Yeah. They know what they are and they know what they represent. They don't represent anything connected to Arsenal. Arteta, Edu, Vinay, get them out of the club. Get them out of the club. Good morning, Don Arsenal. Arteta isn't good enough, Alex. Arteta needs to go with Alba. Oops, what have I done? Look, guys, one, if I can see the numbers bubbling just below 30 at any one time. Thank you for joining me on this one. Aubameyang don't care about the club. All he cares about is flash cars and social media. Give Arteta all the money in the world and he still won't improve Arsenal. And that's my fear. Who was it? Someone said Stanley's a pumping £300 million. Do I trust the club to buy the right players? I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't. Arteta not fit Arsenal, not fit to Arsenal clubs because lack of experience. Still, the players not understanding the coach tactics. Look, this players like Auba, William Party, and other players. Does Arteta not watch our matches back to see that Auba doesn't care and he just walks around waiting to get paid? I agree. A lot of the players are not good enough, but Arteta needs to be questioned, persistent without form William for months. Now, Auba, do we actually have a playing style? Yeah, there's no clear passages of play, is there? I was thinking, I'm not having a go at Leno. I know people are saying, "Oh, you know what? He should have stopped the goal that Salah scored, but he nutmegged him." But I was thinking, Leno, you've got to mix it up a bit. You know, okay, the players were pushed up a lot, so we weren't able to play from the back. But hoofing the ball up, only for the ball to be coming back to us. Why can't you just throw it out to one of the players? Because if we're pushed up, if they pushed up on us, what's happened? There's space in the midfield. Just throw the ball out, lob it out, chip it out to the midfielders there. Yeah, but you're right. There's no. What is the playing style? I can't put my finger on it. It's funny. People are saying the same thing about Unai Emery. People are saying that the same thing about Unai Emery. Youth are the best players. Catral says Arteta should go. Dado, good morning. Says I give up on Arsenal players on Sunday. Man, don't give up. Don't give up. Just realize that's football. There can only be 3 outcomes: win, lose, or draw. That's the nature of the sport. Dear. Listen, guys, thank you for joining me on this one. I'm going to review the news just in a moment, but what I am going to do, I'm going to show our promo video when we're talking about our online digital services. If you've ever wondered, oh my goodness, I want to start my own YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, how do I start? Come to us. Come to us. We've got like 3 years and a little bit of experience. You see the thumbnail artworks, the video editing, the voiceovers. I do voiceovers, don't you know? The coding. We do it here. We do it here, right here on Canon 4 TV. Other butchers, have a look at this video, and I'll see you on the other side of this music. What music? This video, idiot. What's going on, Alex? What's going on?
As part of the Canon 4 TV experience and services, we're now extending out into additional online products such as voiceovers, thumbnail artwork designs, and video editing for small YouTubers who have less than 1,000 subscribers. Voiceovers. If you need voiceovers for short videos, 30-second adverts, stories, intros, and outros, then we can do this for you. Let us know the length of the voiceover and we will give you a polished audio file in less than no time. In addition to this, thumbnail artwork designs. As we pride ourselves on sharp HD thumbnail artwork designs, we can do this at a relatively low price. Send us your specifications and we'll produce eye-catching designs to attract subscribers and followers to your platform. And finally, video editing. We have a range of video editing techniques, special effects, and software to produce a polished end product for which you can be completed in the quickest time possible. Now, if you would like help and support getting your channel promoted and your subscriber count going, then send us an email at arsenalpublic1@gmail.com. I repeat, arsenalpublic1@gmail.com. We are here for you, for the Canon 4 TV experience.
Yeah, we're here for you for the Canon 4 TV experience. It's like jigging to the little song. Yeah, if you're wanting some help, it doesn't have to be all the services that we offer there. Maybe you might need some help with the thumbnail artwork, or maybe some coding, or maybe video editing. Yeah, come here. Send us an email, and we'll talk about the finer details. Of course, it's going to have like a nominal fee. We're not trying to break your bank or anything, but we've got to pay the bills. Bills have to be paid. We can't be just relying on bread and water from a joker. Anyway, guys, send us an email, arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. Let's go back into the live chat. Actually, no, before I go back in, let's kind of review the news very, very, very quickly from our perspective. And Martin Keown. God damn, a double dose of angst from Martin Keown. First of all, he's just saying that he can't understand and he's baffled by why Mikel Arteta keeps playing and keeping faith with Pierre and Aubameyang. You just can't understand what's going on. You can see what's happening. Arteta, Keown says, watching on and stated that in his column that after the match, that he cannot understand why Arteta continues to select Captain Aubameyang, maybe that's why because he's a captain, when Gabriel Martinelli is fit and available to start for Arsenal. Can't understand. And then the second part, as I say, from the start of this live show, that the news are kind of intertwined, interconnected. Yeah, going on again. Keown does say that Arteta could lose the dressing room. I was thinking last night, that's what probably could happen if he were to drop Oba for 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 6 games, and then his merry mates in the dressing room was going to "Hey, Oba, we feel sorry for you." But no, Keown is saying that if Arteta continues to play Aubameyang, and clearly you can see that he's not responding, doesn't want to play, doesn't want to run, then his teammates are going to get fed up. I was thinking, that's an idea. I didn't look at it from that perspective. But I thought because Obama's quite a colourful character, I'm thinking, right, well, his mates will probably be upset seeing that the captain has been dropped. I didn't see it from that perspective from Martin Keown. We spoke about the significance of the game, in regards to Rocky Road Castle have passed 20 years. 20 years. And to see how Arsenal, the team, the players performed, oh my goodness. God, dearie me. And then last but not least, we spoke about Bellingham, who scored 2 goals. And the report does say that if he is leaving, he's going out with a bang because he scored 2 goals on Sunday. 2 goals. So that was the news. That was the news of today. I'm not done yet. I haven't done yet. I'm going to try and do a very quick video, pre-recorded video, to keep you guys kind of interested on this Easter Monday. I will be back later on this evening to do even chats, Monday night chats with James Rowe, Eltel, the original Godfather, and of course my brother as well. We're going to be reviewing the disaster class Arsenal versus Liverpool. So look out for that one there. Go back into the live chat just for the last time before we wrap up this one. Dano says, I just like Pepe, Alba, Ceballos, Laka, basically. Everyone. Why don't you just say everyone? That would have covered it. You just say, yeah, Pepe, Alba, Leno. Just say everyone. The fans' lack of confidence, Arteta, because up, down results need experienced coach. Arsenal is not a laboratory house. Watson, I hope you subscribe actually to the channel. Arteta's mentality against Pep and Klopp is so bad. He looks like he tells the players they are better than them, so try not to lose 5-0. I don't know. There's some kind of mentality block, isn't there? Here, Patrick Guru said, let's give a thumbs up if you're new. Subscribe. Let's celebrate the return of plastic roses. These are here, matey, geezer. They are real. All right? Sort yourself out. Sort your life out, my moderator. Again, I need to check the history. Has a moderator been put out in the timeouts? I know they've been removed, but I'm thinking, has a moderator on a podcast ever been put in timeouts? There's always a first time. Oh dear. Never thought I'd see the day when we're playing catch up to Villa, Everton, and West Ham before we think about top 6. These managers are getting the most out of the players. Yeah. What's the argument? Man for man, our players are better than these players. Really? In what department? What department? As I need help starting my own Arsenal channel account to get Arteta. Send me an email. Send me an email. Youth of today, youth play a header and they work better to become better. All eyes on youth. Yeah, Walid. Yeah, I'll send that message to Mr. Arteta and see what he says about that. Jesse says, brother, there are some decent players who have passion for the game, but these players were completely ignored by the inexperienced manager, looking at likes of Martin, Niles, Nelson, etc. Oops. Alba, Arsenal legend, but Arteta not fit Arsenal coach. Emily out, big mistake. Good night, Emily out, big, massive mistake. How can we get rid of Alba and Pepe without that long contract? Negotiate. Hardball. I'm sure if a J League or MLS club came in for these players, they would be gone like a shot. They would go. Mr. Arsenal Podcast. Yes, my friend. How are you, Ryan? All right, Alex. How are you doing? I'm fine. Easter Monday. I hope you are enjoying your Easter Monday and not getting too stressed out about what we saw. Arsenal. God damn me, man. Anyway, Arteta said when he arrived that he was going to change the mentality over a year. Later, it's worse. And you can argue squad-wise, what we have is better than Emery's got. But someone just said there, I think it was Patrick, about look at the clubs who are above us. Man for man, are they better than us? Yes, they are, because the manager has eked out the maximum from these players. They come with a tactics, passage of play, their style of football, and they get the result, which is why they are above us. So yeah, squad wise, nah. Mentality, Ryan, is everything. Mentality. I would take a Big Sam. What? No, behave yourself. Behave yourself. I wouldn't. Alex, have you ever questioned why European top clubs never sign over? Just wondering. A mentality. The wrong mentality. I know it was at Borussia Dortmund. There was some towards his time. He kind of sulked in here, and I think he refused to play. But and all now it's being played out now in front of us. And this is why I said when we've got a manager, if you're in the boardroom and you're planning, your plan for going forward next season or 3 or 5 seasons, and your first point on the agenda is the players, you have to do your homework. What do these players come with? What baggage do they come with? Are they troublemakers? Have they been known to sulk? Have they been known to demand money? Are they troublemakers? It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. There's no excuse. There is no excuse. Social media, there's no excuse. Source out proper players who will fight for you. Come rain, come shine, come snow. The fact that we're going to be traveling up on a Wednesday night, maybe to Newcastle or Liverpool or Everton, that these players, they will fight for the cause. But if you're saying to me that you sign players who you've known, they have a history of being injured, they're troublemakers, they won't turn up, then you're asking for trouble. You are asking for trouble. Got to do your homework. It's not like we're talking about pennies and half penny pieces. Millions of pounds that these players are paid, and they're not performing, and then they're coming out in the media, they're complaining about the fan base. It's because you didn't do your homework. Do your homework. Whoops, that's my point of reference. Okay. Not anything. Expect this coach. So need other guy. What's the process? Yeah, Ryan. What can you say? Look at the clubs that have all got new managers. Are above us. Aguero or Saliba, Hakim we need next season. No, we don't. We don't. Again, throwing money down the plug hole, throwing money at that to a bad situation there. When we've got the answers in the under 23s. If we've got a problem with the striker, sell the striker. We've got Banninger. We've got Nketiah. Although some of you think, Nketiah, he's not going to make it. We've got alternatives at Arsenal. They're here with us. We don't have to be spending millions and millions on these players who are not proven in the Premier League. Saliba is ours, but he's not proving it. He hasn't played in any Premier League games. And Aguero, I would take Aguero. Exactly. The mentality at our club from top to bottom is so weak. We said before, it's going to take years to sort this mess out. We need severe surgery at Arsenal. Severe surgery. Hello, Alex. Uh-oh. Colin, what's coming? What's coming next? Are you okay, Colin? If Arteta was to get the boot at the end of the season, I'd take Rafa Benitez and also a boot out of Vinay and bring in David O'Leary, Mark Overmars. Might actually get somewhere with the right people. You've got to have the people, right people in the places, experienced people who know what they're doing, who've been there, who've been in the wars, who've been in the trenches, know what it means. It's not working at Arsenal now. We can talk about the owner. We can talk about yeah, listen. I'm not going to, yeah. In place. Hi, so Arsenal need a great manager like Ajax or Leo. They won't come. They won't come to Arsenal to coach Arsenal team and to help Arsenal academy to take the first team, because Arsenal have a good academy. Because I know they do. I know. So I'm thinking, at what point is Arteta going to smell the coffee? As my ex-girlfriend says, Alex, wake up and smell the coffee. So I don't drink coffee. That's what I'm saying, to smell the coffee. I'm leaving you. Thinking, all right, okay, go. You can leave if you want to. You can leave if you want to. No one better for you. This word, very, very, very boring. You can leave if you want to. Arsenal FC had a better squad than most of the teams in the top 9. Had Rodgers, you mean in the past? Yeah, of course. But we're talking about the here and now. Dado has come back. The manner of the way we lost, it looks like Liverpool were playing Sunday. Arteta should be sacked, Rodgers says. Watered down and can wait. Okay, I hope you're right, Colin. Okay. I wonder what's coming. A number of players that don't have a winning mentality, you cannot see the fighting spirit in them. All starts with the attitude. What kind of attitude? And your attitude comes from your past experience. That's where it comes from. You know, if you have a belief how things should be done, from my experience, that plays into your attitude. Motivated? You need to be motivated? You don't need to be at Arsenal. Come already with that motivation. Come with it in abundance. And then we can talk. Your mind's open to learn different things, then we can talk. But if you're saying to me, actually, you know what, Arteta or Alex, because I would love to manage these players. I would love to manage them. I tell you, half the squad, they'll be running for the hills. Oh my goodness, Alex is going to manage us? Man, get the phone so I can be on the phone to my agent. I'm out of here. These players, they wouldn't want to play for me. Come with all those things there. Forget about your talent. I'm not interested in your talent. Yeah? Come with your self-motivation, with the right mentality, the right attitude, and then we can talk. Then we can talk. I'm not interested in your reputation, you know. No, I'm not interested in that. This Dangote, this club's dude, I see Des is not in the live chat. He did send us a video of Dangote. He did an interview in the States, and the guy was introducing him or interviewing him was saying, "Oh, so we hear that you're going to buy a club. We call it here soccer, but it's a football team, Arsenal, isn't it?" And Dan said, "Yeah." But I've said we've got a $30 billion project. Well, different various projects in total 30 billion. And said, "Yeah, you know, I want to focus on that first." I was thinking, yeah, I think maybe it's probably going to be towards the end of 21, beginning of 2022, I think, when we'll see Dangote come and claim Arsenal. Oh, my days. Right, we're going for an hour. I want to wrap up this one. Good afternoon, Alex, says the assembled. It's mid-management coaches, managers, and players. The board is the board, like any board. They save money and buy less. We need to change the mentality, because that hasn't worked. It's not working for us. The proof is in the pudding that we are in, where are we? We're in 10th place. Hasn't worked. It's not working. We have an owner that doesn't care. We're millions behind the top clubs in terms of commercial revenue. Novice manager players not good enough. Signing's not good enough. I'm going back to... Patrick, man, come on, man. Arteta, please get out. Get out. Once a big, big respect for you. Once, thank you for that. Patrick, I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to bed. Okay, Colin's back. That game, Alex. Period. Okay. Okay, Colin. But listen, Colin, I'll be fired up for you. I'm fired up. Can't wait, man. Come on. Let's get going. Hi, Alex Don one says, yes, thank you for that. Which leads me into promote this video link right here, right now. 90-second video. It could change your life. It could be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. If it is, have a look at it. Have a look at it by all means. Look at it. Only 90 seconds. Just click it. You can look at it. Oh, Alex, thank you so very much. This is the opportunity that I've been waiting for the longest time. It's like, you know, we've got a saying over here that you wait for like a bus and all of a sudden you see like 3 of them come at the same time. This opportunity here, look at this link here. It might just be for you. And if you are interested, send me a video and we could talk. Send me a video. Send me an email and we can talk about the finer details there. Yeah, have a look at it. It's only 90 seconds long. Only 90 seconds long. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Winning attitude comes first from? What do you mean? What? Dana, what are you trying to say to me, man? What are you trying to say? Arsenal lost a positive football tradition. Do you agree? Oh yeah, of course. And I had this conversation in a roundabout way with my wife and my sister. We were talking about politics. When you've got like I don't know, this prime minister or a president, they have their philosophy about how things should be done, how a society should be. But the problem is, there can only be one person like that. So you get somebody else new with a different mentality. And then the dynamics in a country or a club changes. And that's what happens. If you don't look after the tree that you've planted there, it's growing up. When you've left, leave a legacy that other people can follow. That's the problem. But look at Arsenal, quickly becoming just a club confined to history. The board has spent money and the recruitment policy needs to be looked at. I think the problem is with Arteta. I see the same problems under Wenger and Emery. The owner sets the ambition at the club and the players turn up whenever they feel like it. But so then Don, I don't know how much say Arteta has in recruitment. He probably highlights and says, "Well, I would like to have that player, Edu," and Edu goes out and says, "Oh, you know, do you know anyone who knows that player there?" So it's the kind of player that they have been highlighting. That player who clearly has the wrong attitude. That player who comes with baggage, negative baggage. I mean, all players come with baggage. But what kind of baggage do you come with? Anyway. Oh no, politics. Yeah, because we're talking about politics, but I was saying, but even in footballing terms, you know, no manager, no player can stay at a club forever. Forever is a long time. But if you leave a legacy long enough, you know, whoever comes in next will try and follow that legacy. But, you know, people come and go. Different mentalities, different attitudes. And then before you know it, you know, the attitude, the mentality has changed at the club. And we end up in 10th place. It's how we have sourced the kind of players. And the lack of homework that we have done about those players have gotten us into this position. That's why we're here in this position. When it actually comes first from practice, when you see the practice videos, it seems like a bunch of kids running around. You don't see seriousness in practice. That I don't watch, and I have not signed up to. Actually, I've unsubscribed to Arsenal's YouTube channel because I also saw the training videos. I think it was access all areas and them doing like rondas and too much laughing and joking. And yeah, I think no. And then someone sent me a video of Thomas Partey doing shots on goals and he scored like a wonderful goal. I was thinking, yeah, but come game time, will he do that? Can he do that? No, he can't. So I've unplugged from that PR machinery there. I'm not interested in that. Not interested. Yeah, negative baggage, man. We don't want that over here, man. We don't want that over here. The problem is not the ones that have been recently recruited. It's the ones that have their feet comfortably under the table, taking things for granted and being picked, no matter how bad they are. Ashley, who's picking them? Who's picking them? So it's six of one, half dozen of the other. The players, we know that they're bad, they have a bad attitude, but then Arteta's choosing them, knowing fully well we're in 10th place. We're not going to make it in top four. Choose the other players. These players have shown you their limitations, their mentality, their mentality, everything there. And so bring in the other players, prepare them, transition them in. So come next season, you know there's certain players. Like I said, you know what, Miguel Aziz, he's shown me his fight, Cottrell, all those guys there. All right, I know they're going to be my backup. Or actually, better still, they will form part of the first team now. But we're talking about the players who we know are just here for the wage. Don't pick them. Don't pick them. That's the sole point in the States. Get this. This time, Arteta needs to give a chance to young players like Gabby, Nelson, Balogun. Do you agree? Of course, I agree. I've been singing the praise of the youngsters for how long now? If the board set their ambitions, the manager should be carrying out their ambitions out. If you look at Arteta, is doing what he has been asked to do. It's a conundrum. It is a conundrum. But then you've got to look within yourself. You have to think, do I want my reputation? I'm just starting out on my career as being a manager. I have a vision in my mind, what I want. What I want and what the board asked me to do, if it doesn't sit right, I'll probably leave. I was thinking, yeah, I'm not going to compromise myself because I know what I want. I know the players that I need to take this club to the next stage. But if the board are asking me, hey, just take your foot off the pedal a little bit, nah, no. Signings have been poor, Alex. And we laughed when David Luiz signed. Then 2 years later, he's still our best CB. And if we're looking at that benchmark there, Patrick, that says a lot about the club. Where we're saying Granit Xhaka is one of the best midfielders at Arsenal. David Luiz is the best CB at Arsenal. Aubameyang scored so many goals for Arsenal in the past. Is that what Arsenal has come to? Is this what we've come to? No. No. Most of the players are motivated before they arrive. Then they mix with the Arsenal players. Look at Partey. He looks like half the player he was at Madrid. I don't think they're motivated because I think what happens, Don, is that word quickly spreads around that Arsenal are a soft touch. And we are a soft touch. Again, the proof is in the pudding. What's the proof? We are in 10th place. We are a retirement home for players who are on the wrong side of 30, who've probably seen it all, done it all, and are just here just to make a wage, a living wage. A living wage? Oh. Arteta's a good guy, but he's not good enough. Recent signings have average. If we're to be honest, that has to do with the passion of the game, bro. Everyone knew we needed a creative midfielder in the summer, and we didn't get one. It looks as until December to get Martin and Emerson Rowe in. Better still, we should have gone for and transitioned Miguel Aziz. I will take Miguel's over Ceballos and Xhaka any day of the week. You pays your money, you takes your pick. We're in 10th. We're 10th. Anyway, guys, I have come to an end on this one, an hour and 15 minutes. I really enjoyed this one. It was good to be back, even though it's Easter Monday. I've got some phone calls to make, and I'm going to go see my mum later on and come back in time to do the evening show, Monday evening chats with James Rowe, Eltel, the original Godfather, and of course my brother as well. Should be interesting. I'm going to wonder what the lads are going to come up with. Anyway, guys, again, keep it upbeat. Gonna be fired up. Yeah, it's only 40. It's only 40. There are more important things in life than ranting and raving about a football match, family, work, health. Anyway, Don, want to thank you very much. Kush Alex, peace out, and thank you for coming back on Cannon 4 TV. If you are new here, and if you've been wondering who or what you've been listening to, you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this